Cruise day 3. Made it to Key West. Didn't expect to be here, but we're on a trolley. We're gonna ride around and look at Key West. So. Yippee! Yippee yippee.
Okay, everybody, what's happening?
Not much. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? Everybody's good?
Oh yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you what just happened. You got on the best tour guide trolley in town, man. It just happened that way. My name is Sawaya. Take a look to the right. You're soon gonna see a big, beautiful red brick building and Navy guy making out with a pretty nurse over here. You see it, the great big sculpture artwork. You know, the guy that does that type of work, his name is Seaward Johnson. He happens to be a world-famous sculptor artist, and he happens to be one of the brothers from the company Johnson & Johnson, you see. Anybody wants to visit President Harry Truman's little White House? Presidents Carter, Clinton, Kennedy, Truman, and Eisenhower all came to Key West. They spent what they like to call working vacation, stay right up the street at President Harry Truman's little White House. That way, by the way, guys. What you want to do, if you like coffee, try some Cuban coffee. Make you shaky, make you nervous, but it's good coffee. And then what I want you to do is I want you to come right here. I want you to stand against the building, give somebody your camera, let them take your photo. And that way you have your own postcard of Key West and you're in the postcard. That's what that's for. Guys, this is called Lazy Lane Way. Local shopping is coming up, but first, earliest happy hour in Key West, Florida, 7 a.m. sharp. 2-for-1 cocktails right here. Early happy hour. Okay, coming around the bend, I want to show you something. The old garage right over here. We jumped off the trolley, slid that door open. Inside the old garage, there's about $1 million worth of recording equipment inside. Now, here's the question. That building belongs to a guy we call the Music Man of Key West. Who do you think owns that building?
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Who said Jimmy Buffett? Where are you? Jimmy Buffett Sound Studios, Key West. Where are you? Bam, I got you, Buffett.
Woo!
You guys watch the Food Channel?
Yeah.
Check it out. Right here, Fisherman's Cafe. They were on TV. And the sandwich is called a lobster taco. If you want to try it, everybody's raving about it here. Lobster taco, Fisherman's Cafe. Food Channel. Okay. Kermit's world-famous key lime pie shop is right there. Mr. Kermit is right there walking his dog. We're going to pop around the bend. Guys, anybody wants to get a key lime pie on a stick, they dip it in the chocolate. That's where you want to go, right here at Kermit's, okay? Ranked #1 key lime pie in Key West, Florida. All right. Guys, we're coming up on the famous Duval Street. Check it out. Duval Street does go coast to coast, the Atlantic Ocean, all the way back to the Gulf of Mexico. Here's the question. Anybody tell me how many miles long Duval Street really is? Anybody?
1 mile. 1 1/4.
4. Who said 2? I heard somebody say 2. Where are you, 2? Can you pass that back to 2 for me? You better believe it's 2 miles. Nice job. Nice job. Ladies and gentlemen, if you watch Discovery Channel, coming up on the left side, Richard Rawlings, Dallas, Texas, Gas Monkey Garage, came to town not long ago, and then all of a sudden now we have a Senor Frogs in Key West. Cozumel, Bahamas, Miami, Cancun, Myrtle Beach, now Key West, Florida, Senor Frogs. 2 brand new additions. Okay, next story. This story is about mothers and fathers that have daughters. I have 2 beautiful young daughters. Beautiful. Pretty proud of the girls. Now, how about you guys? How many daughters do you have? Let's see a show of figures. You have 1 daughter. 3.
3.
Whoa. 2, 1. Check this guy out. You went like this. Do you have 5? 2. This guy, his name was Ship Captain Francis Watlington. Here's a guy, I mean this guy was an amazing man. He owned a big shipping business. And we had a plan. You know how you get married, you make plans with your loved one, with your wife. Well, that's just exactly what he did. He brought his wife, brought his shipping business to Key West. They built a house. Now today, it just happens to be the oldest house, built way back in 1829. Now the plan was this. Let's raise some young, strong boys to take over our shipping business someday. That was the plan. That's the house. 9 daughters later, guys.
Wow.
Not that he didn't try. 9 girls, no boys. You know, I want to show you something real quick. Take a look at this band. This guy did it all freehand arts. 64 days and 1 package of Sharpies. Take a look at this thing, man.
Wow.
All freehand. Pretty cool, huh? You know what's going to happen? When you drink a lot of alcohol, way too much booze, right? And then you try to lay bricks. You try to build a brick wall when you're boozed up. Not a good idea, right? Well, of all people in the world to catch these guys drinking on the job, Ernest Hemingway himself. True story, by the way. I'm going to pull up a little bit further. I want you guys to look to my left. Well, you can see it from here. Take a look at that section of brick wall right there. You see that? Don't drink a lot of booze and try to lay bricks. Not a good idea. Not going to work out. Not a good idea, man. Now, we're going to have a little fun with this. Ladies and gentlemen, Ernest and Pauline, Hemingway's house, the #1 tourist attraction in Key West, Florida is here. Anybody want to take a guess how many kitty cats are at home today in Hemingway's house? Anybody?
30.
You know, I'm just going to give you hints.
12.
It's in the low 50s. 53. Where are you, 53? Can you pass that way to the back for me? 53 kitty cats, man. You're right on the money. Half of the cats have 6 dogs. All of them are from Hemingway's original cats. Hemingway. You know what? Tell you what happened. The original lighthouse was on the water, way down at the end of the street. And what happened is it got blown over by the great hurricane of 1846. So what did they decide to do? They built a new one 6 blocks inland. All right. The best fried chicken you ever had in your life is sold at the gas station, my friends, right here. You see the sign, Dion's Quick Chick, right? Everybody that lives here will tell you, make sure you count the roosters and chickens outside before you go in for yours. You know what I mean, right? Now, Dion's is famous down here in the Keys. Everybody, you want the best fried chicken, you go to Dion's. Everybody does. On this island, there's 3 forts. They fortified the island. Excuse me. This is simply called the East Martello, one of 3 forts. Each fort's a mile and a quarter apart from one another. Every brick you're looking at came from Baltimore, Maryland. Anybody wants to learn about Civil War history, this is going to be the place you want to go and visit. However, a lot of soldiers died here, and they lost their lives the most horrifying way. Horrifying way. Anybody know what killed these guys? Yellow fever. Yellow fever. Guys, I need your help. Okay, I gotta have your help here. This comes very quick. I need you to whip out your cameras. I need you to get them all locked, loaded, ready to fire. I'm gonna come down on the corner. I'm gonna stop the trolley. I'm gonna yell out the window. After I yell, if you guys would clap real loud. That way everybody's going to turn around and look at us, and that way I can kindly ask them if they don't mind moving aside so you guys can get a photograph. All right? That's the only way it works, man. You guys are in then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me yell my deal here, and then we'll get you in position here. Hang on 1 second, okay? Hold on 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, the southernmost beautiful people in the continental United States of America, you guys. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, guys, can we ask you to move aside just for 1 minute so they can get a photograph? Just for 1 minute, please. And then we'll be on our way. Just for 1 second, please. Well, we tried, guys.
There we go. He's got it for a second.
All right, guys, you ready? We gotta roll. I hope you got a photo. Guys, I want to show you another place that you might want to visit. That is truly, truly, truly beautiful place. It's coming up, and it's right around the corner out here on Duval Street. It's called the Key West Butterfly Conservatory. Now, here's a building that's all glass. It's all temperature controlled. It's full of butterflies, tropical birds, flowering plants and trees. Man, the place is beautiful. So, pink gold. Very sweet in taste. Very pink in color. Very large shrimp. Now, stretch your eyes out to the left side coming up and get your camera ready all at the same time, because you want to see the tree, but you might want to get a picture up here. But first, check out the wingspan on this tree. It's another kapok. Now look at how far the branches can stretch off of the tree. How much weight they hold. Pretty cool. Now this is mile marker 0. I slowed down to catch the light purposely. If you want to get a photograph, this is the end of the road. This is as far south as you can go on any United States highway. Right here, mile 0. That little mile 0 sign, the most stolen sign in Key West. Now, here's a trivial question for you. If we turn the trolley around and we go all the way to the other end, all the way as far as we can go north, what state we gonna end up in?
Maine.
Maine, where are you back there, Maine? Can you pass that back to Maine? Now, my friends, welcome back to the square. When we get in, guys, if you enjoyed the tour and you use that TripAdvisor, you know, our big shot bosses, they look at that TripAdvisor. Guys, if you enjoyed the tour and you do anything on TripAdvisor and you have something nice to say about Sawaya, I would love you and thank you forever for that. If you didn't like my tour and you don't want to say nothing nice, don't say Sawaya, guys. Don't use that, all right? But either way, I want to say thank you very much, man. It's been a pleasure having you guys in first class, and I appreciate you. Let me do my thing. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I really can't thank you enough. Thank you, guys. I'm going to pull up here, hop off first, help everybody off the trolley safely. Anybody wants to continue out on tour, all you do is hop on that one there, okay? I'll take you right back out. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, brother. First time cruising. We just did a tour in Key West, Florida. What do you think?
I think it's a great tour for the money. I think $20 a person. A lot of history on this island that we didn't know about. A lot of presidents came down here. There's the Truman White House. We got Ernest Hemingway. He was down there, and also the person who wrote Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh yeah, Tennessee Williams.
Tennessee Williams. Yeah, so a lot of history. Beautiful island. Yeah, just a great place to visit.